Hi, this is Mrs. Allen, and in this video we're going to be looking at proving angle relationships. Example 1, angle addition. If the measure of angle XYZ equals 122 degrees and the measure of XYW equals 86 degrees, find the measure of WYZ. So the first thing that I want to do is label my picture. I've got WYX is 86 and XYZ is 122. So I know by the angle addition postulate that the measure of angle XYW and the measure of angle WYZ is going to equal the measure of angle XYZ. So I can replace the measure of angle XYW with 86 and the measure of angle XYZ with 122, and now I can solve for my missing angle, the measure of WYZ. So by the subtraction property, I can subtract 86 from both sides, and I will get that the measure of angle WYZ equals 36. Example 2. Supplementary angles. If angle 1 and angle 2 form a linear pair, and the measure of angle 1 is 72, find the measure of angle 2. So again, the first thing I want to do is label my picture. The measure of angle 1 is 72 degrees. I know that 1 and 2 form a linear pair, so by the supplement theorem, I know that the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 is going to equal 180 degrees. Now, because I know that the measure of angle 1 is 72, I can replace the measure of angle 1 with 72. So then I would have 72 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 180. And by the subtraction property, I could subtract 72 from both sides, and I would get that the measure of angle 2 is 108 degrees. Example 3. Use supplementary angles. If in the figure angle 1 and angle 2 form a linear pair, and angle 1 and angle 3 are supplementary, prove that angle 2 and angle 3 are congruent. Given, angle 1 and angle 2 form a linear pair. Angle 1 and angle 3 are supplementary. Prove angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. So I want to solve this with a 2-column proof. So the first thing I want to do is make my t-chart. And I just want to think about what it said in my picture, with my picture here, visually, to see if I understand before I start solving this. 1 and 2 form a linear pair, and 1 and 3 are supplementary. Prove that 2 and 3 have to be congruent. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is write down my given information. I'm just going to use one piece for now. Angle 1 and angle 2 form a linear pair, and the reason here is it's just given. So if they form a linear pair, then I know angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary, and I know that because of the supplement theorem. Now I'm going to use my next piece of given information. 1 and 3 are supplementary. That's my second piece of given information. So since 1 and 2 are supplementary, and 1 and 3 are supplementary, then I would have to know that 2 is congruent to 3 because angles supplementary to the same angle or congruent to angles are congruent. Example 4, vertical angles. If angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical angles, and the measure of angle 1 is n, and the measure of angle 2 is 188 minus 3n, find the measure of angle 1 and the measure of angle 2. So the first thing I would want to do is draw a picture so I have something to look at. So I have angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical angles, so that's what I have in my picture. Now I'm going to label 1 is n and 2 is 188 minus 3n. Now, because 1 and 2 are vertical, I know that they have to be congruent because of the vertical angle theorem. And if 1 and 2 are congruent, then they are also equal to each other because of the definition of congruent angles. And now I'm going to replace angle 1 equals n, and angle 2 equals 188 minus 3n. And now if I add 3n to both sides, then I would get 4n equals 188, and I could divide both sides by 4 and get that n is 47. So now I want to substitute 47 in for n in both parts to see what my two vertical angles are. So if I plug it in for just n for angle 1, that would be 47, and because they're vertical I know they're equal, so I know 2 has to also be 47, but we can plug it in and check. 188 minus 3 times 47, and I get 47 again. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you better understand proving angle relationships.